Marcus Aurelius once commented, "You've got control over your intellect, not outside occasion. Realize this, and you may discover quality." In a world where feelings can feel like turbulent waves, how do we discover our grapple? Connect us as we dig into 7 impassive lessons that open the insider facts to acing your feelings and exploring life's storms with undaunted resolve. Sometime recently I would appreciate it in the event that you preferred the video to assist me proceed spreading the stolid reasoning. On the off chance that you haven't subscribed, however, I suggest subscribing and enacting the chime so you do not miss any recording. Lesson number 1, get it what's in your control. Have you ever been caught in a storm? Not the kind with rain and thunder, but the storms of life, unexpected occasions, dissatisfactions, or sudden changes? The impassive logicians from antiquated Greece and Rome offer a lesson that serves as a stay in these storms, the division of control. Envision arranging an open-air occasion, and in spite of all your arrangements, it downpours. You can't control the climate, but your reaction to it is completely up to you. You may regret and get disappointed, otherwise you might adapt. Perhaps move the occasion indoors or see the rain as a reviving altar. Epictetus, an impassive philosopher who was born a slave and rose to ended up one of the foremost compelling masterminds of his time, put it concisely, a few things are in our control and others not. It sounds straightforward, right? But in this straightforwardness lies a significant intelligence that can change our lives. Each day we confront heaped situations, some we can impact, like our everyday schedules, the books we studied, or the company we keep. But numerous are past our get-a-handle, worldwide occasions, the activities of others, the section of time, and yes, the climate. The Stoics accepted that our well-being doesn't depend on outside occasions, but on how we decipher and react to them. It's not the occasion itself, but our judgment around the occasion that causes our feelings. Think back to a time you confronted a misfortune. Perhaps you didn't get the work you needed. At the minute, it felt like a fiasco, but with time, maybe you realized it was a favoring in disguise, leading you to a way better opportunity or individual development. But how do we put this into practice? Begin by inquiring yourself, is this something I have control over? If the reply is yes, take activity. On the off chance that the reply is no, then it's an opportunity to hone acknowledgement and versatility. By genuinely understanding and internalizing this guideline, ready to free ourselves from superfluous anguish, we are able to navigate life with a sense of calm, knowing that whereas we can't control the winds, ready to alter our sails. In a world that frequently feels chaotic, the polarity of control could be a reference point of clarity. It reminds us to center our vitality where it things most, and to grasp the tranquility of knowing that a few things are essentially past our get-a-handle. Lesson number 2, reflect sometime recently. Responding. In today's computerized age where quickness is frequently celebrated, the craftsmanship of reflection can appear like an antique of the past. However, it is this exceptionally act of delaying and considering that can be our sparing beauty in a world requesting quick reaction. Consider the endless times we're confronted with choices, both enormous and small, from choosing a feast at an eatery to choosing on a career way. The range of choices is endless, but it's not fair the greatness of these choices that things. It's the way in which we approach them. Let's dive into a common situation. Perusing a message that strikes a nerve. Possibly it's a colleague addressing your work or a companion making a spur-of-the-moment comment. The intestine response may be protectiveness or outrage, but what in the event that, rather than jumping headfirst into that enthusiastic whirlpool, you took a step back? By permitting yourself that fleeting separation, you're not smothering your feelings. You're giving them space to breathe and be caught on. This hone of reflection isn't around inactive acknowledgement or shirking. It's almost dynamic engagement with our contemplations and sentiment. It's almost inquiring, examining question. Why did this comment influence me so profoundly? What basic convictions or past encounters are impacting my current feelings? Is my prompt response based on the show circumstance or past things? In addition, reflection. Sometime recently response may be an apparatus that cultivates compassion. By giving ourselves time, we moreover permit ourselves to consider the viewpoints of others. Perhaps that colleague had an upsetting day, or that companion didn't realize the weight of their words. By reflecting, we open the entryway to understanding, not fair for ourselves but for those around us. In connections, this hone can be a foundation. How numerous mistaken assumptions may well be maintained a strategic distance from if we took the time to reflect sometime recently responding? How many bridges can be built rather than burned? It's in these intelligent minutes that we discover clarity, sympathy, and association. Moreover, in proficient settings, the ability to delay and consider is important. Pioneers who reflect some time recently making choices are frequently more regarded and successful. They are seen as keen, measured, and astute. Their choices, born from reflection, regularly stand the test of time. In a world that regularly feels like it's moving at breakneck speed, the act of reflection gets to be a frame of rebellion, a calm, however capable articulation that we won't be cleared absent by the streams of promptness. It's a commitment to ourselves, to our well-being, and to the quality of our intelligence with the world. In Pith, to reflect some time recently responding is more than farahone. It's a reasoning, a way of life that champions profundity over breadth, understanding over impulsivity, and important associations over brief intelligence. It's a travel internal that has significant outward suggestion, forming not fair our reactions, but the exceptionally texture of our lives. Lesson number 3, hone dispassion. In a world that frequently feels like an enthusiastic roller coaster, the thought of practicing dispassion might appear out of put. But let's dig more profound into what it really implies and the transformative control it holds. Dispassion isn't around smothering feelings or getting to be impassive to the world around us. It's approximately developing an adjusted perspective, a calm in the midst of the storm. Envision being able to watch occasions, circumstances, and indeed your claimed feelings without being overpowered by them. Think almost the final time you observed a grasping motion picture. There were minutes of pressure, energy, and perhaps indeed pity. Whereas you were locked in within the story, a portion of you continuously knew it was fair a movie. You didn't surge to assist the legend or support the crying character. You watched, you felt, but you remained in your situate. This is often the quintessence of practicing dispassion, being deeply engaged with life, feeling its numerous feelings, but moreover knowing when to stay situated within the theater of your intellect, watching without getting misplaced within the dramatization. This approach gets to be a help in our present-day age of data overburden. Each day, we're assaulted with news overhauls and notices. Responding energetically to each piece of data would take off us interminably depleted. Dispassion offers a buffer, a way to lock in with the world in a more economical, adjusted way. Dispassion, too, plays a significant part in interpersonal connections. We've all been in circumstances where discussions get warmed, where differences emerge. In such moments, practicing dispassion can be the contrast between a profitable discourse and a harming contention. It permits us to tune in more viably, to reply instead of respond, and to explore clashes with understanding and beauty. Developing dispassion begins with self-awareness, routinely checking in with ourselves, recognizing our passionate triggers, and understanding our designs makes a space between boost and reaction. In that space lies the opportunity to select our responses, to act with deliberate instead of drive. And whereas dispassion might sound like separation from life's delights and joys, it really improves them. By not being overly attached to results, able to completely submerge ourselves within the travel, savoring each minute without the consistent fear of misfortune or alter. Practicing dispassion is almost finding harmony in an ever-changing world. It's a compass that focuses to internal peace, directing us through life's shifted landscapes with beauty. By grasping this hone, we not, as it were, enhance our possessed lives, but moreover bring a sense of calm and clarity to those around us. Lesson number 4, inquire yourself, will this matter in 5 a long time? Life is filled with minutes that test our persistence, versatility, and point of view. From minor burdens like a spilled coffee to more critical challenges like differences with adored ones, our days are punctuated with circumstances that bring out a run of feelings. In the warm of the minute, it's simple to urge cleared up within the promptness of our feelings. A missed due date, a critical comment, or an overlooked commemoration can feel just like the conclusion of the world. But one effective address can move our point of view and bring clarity. Will this matter in 5 a long time? This simple, however profound question serves as a mental time machine, transporting us to long-term and permitting us to see back at the present minute. All of a sudden, that warmed contention or missed opportunity is seen in a distinctive light. Most of the things we worry approximately nowadays will be overlooked commentaries within the fantastic story of our lives. Consider the challenges and stresses you had 5 a long time back. How numerous of them still hold weight nowadays? How numerous have been dominated by unused encounters, learnings, and recollections? This realization can be both lowering and freeing. Utilizing this address as a customary touchstone makes a difference in prioritizing our concerns. It helps us in recognizing between short-term mishaps and long-term suggestion. For occasion, whereas a terrible day at work might feel overpowering presently, within the amazing plot of things, it's fair one day in a career traversing decades. This perspective also cultivates versatility. When faced with difficulty, reminding ourselves of the greater picture can diminish uneasiness and advance problem solving. Instead of getting bogged down by the issue at hand, we can center on arrangements, knowing that this as well might pass. Besides, inquiring this address can upgrade our connections. Numerous clashes emerge from mistaken assumptions and brief feelings. By considering the long-term importance of these conflicts, we are able to approach them with more prominent sympathy and persistence, fortifying our bonds instead of fraying them. In essence, this address acts as a focal point, clarifying what genuinely things. It empowers us to contribute our vitality in what will bring enduring bliss and fulfillment. It's an update that whereas life is made up of minutes, not all minutes are created rise to. By deliberately choosing where to center our consideration and vitality, able to explore life with more prominent ease, reason, and peace. Lesson number 5, grasp impermanence. The nature of life is steady alter. Seasons move, individuals develop, and circumstances advance. This ever-changing scene can be a source of uneasiness on the off chance that we cling to the figment of lastingness. In any case, grasping impermanence can be a significant source of flexibility and quality. Think of the cherry blooms that blossom fantastically in spring, as it were to drop absent in no time after. Their magnificence lies not fair in their dynamic show, but in their transitory nature. The Stoics remind us that everything in life, counting our feelings, is temporal. Bliss, distress, fervor, and despair. They all recede and stream just like the tides. When we get it and accept that nothing keeps going until the end of time, we are able to appreciate each minute for what it is. This mindfulness makes a difference to savor the great times without the fear of their conclusion and persevere the intense times with the information that they, as well, will pass. It's a mentality that cultivates appreciation and strength. Envision holding a valuable but fragile glass adornment. On the off chance that you were to cling firmly to it, the weight might smash it. But in the event that you hold it delicately, increasing in value its magnificence, whereas tolerating its delicacy, you'll appreciate it completely. Additionally, life's minutes are to be cherished without getting a handle on as well firmly. Grasping impermanence too empowers us to live more completely. It reminds us to precise cherish, look for experience, and take risks, knowing that our time is constrained. It pushes us to form the foremost of the display, as long-standing time is never ensured. This lesson can be a balm in times of misfortune and alter. When connections conclusion, when we confront mishaps, or when we experience despondency, recalling the temporal nature of life can give comfort. It guarantees us that torment will reduce, modern openings will emerge, and life will proceed to unfurl in ways we cannot, however, predict. In substance, grasping impermanence is almost finding peace within the natural flow of life. It's approximately letting go of our require for control and certainty, and in step, developing a sense of acknowledgement and openness. By doing so, we adjust ourselves with the cadence of presence, moving with it instead of against it. Lesson number 6, reframe your viewpoint. Life's challenges are inescapable, but how we see and react to them can make all the contrast. The Stoics accepted within the control of perspective that our involvement of the world is formed not by outside occasions, but by our elucidations of them. This lesson instructs us to reframe our considerations, turning deterrents into openings and setbacks into stepping stone. Envision encountering a roadblock on a travel. You have got two choices: see it as a dead conclusion, or see it as a reroute driving you to modern encounters. The last mentioned viewpoint opens up conceivable outcomes, turning dissatisfaction into interest and disappointment into resilience. The Roman head Marcus Aurelius, a noticeable stolid rationalist, regularly wrote about this thought in his contemplations. He exhorted seeing each impediment as an opportunity to hone virtue, to be persistent, bold, or shrewd. This reframing changes challenges from dangers into tests of character, each one a chance to develop and learn. Consider a time once you faced a noteworthy challenge. Maybe you misplaced a work or experienced an individual difficulty. To begin with, it felt like an entryway closing, but looking back, you might see how it driven to unused openings or individual development. By moving our point of view, able to find meaning and reason indeed in troublesome times. This lesson is especially effective in our everyday lives. When we experience push at work, contradictions with adored ones, or individual disillusionments, Reframing our considerations can lighten trouble. Rather than seeing these moments as purely negative, able to hunt for the lessons they offer and the quality they construct. Reframing isn't almost disregarding or denying troubles, but around choosing a more enabling translation. It's approximately recognizing that we have the control to shape our reality through our considerations. This hone can change our involvement of life, cultivating a mentality of strength, appreciation, and trust. In quintessence, reframing our viewpoint is almost seeing the silver lining in each cloud. It's approximately turning misfortune into advantage and challenges into catalysts for development. By receiving this attitude, we explore life's ups and downs with more noteworthy ease and good faith, finding openings for bliss and learning in each circumstance. Lesson number 7, hone appreciation. In a world frequently centered on what's lost or what's another, appreciation offers an effective balance. It shifts our center from shortage to plenitude, from need to appreciation. The Stoics accepted within the significance of recognizing and being appreciative for the great in our lives, no matter how little. Appreciation is more than a transitory feeling. It's a practice, a way of seeing and locks in with the world. It's approximately taking a moment each day to recognize the endowments we frequently take for allowed. A warm bed, a kind word, an excellent nightfall. These little acts of acknowledgement can have a significant effect on our general well-being and point of view. Envision beginning your day with a straightforward workout, posting 3 things you're thankful for. It could be as basic as a great glass of coffee, a strong companion, or the opportunity to memorize something unused. This hone can set a positive tone for the day, reminding you of the wealth in your life. Appreciation, too, plays a vital part in connections. Communicating appreciation for others cultivates more profound associations and shared regard. It's a way of recognizing the positive affect individuals have on our lives and reinforcing our bonds with them. In challenging times, appreciation can be a source of comfort and strength. It makes a difference us center on the positives, indeed when confronted with troubles. By increasing in value what we have, we develop a mentality of wealth instead of shortage, which can lead to more prominent satisfaction and peace. In substance, practicing appreciation is about shifting our focus from what's missing to what's display. It's approximately recognizing the excellence and goodness in our lives and increasing in value the little minutes that make up our days. By embracing this hone, we are able to cultivate a sense of delight, fulfillment, and association with ourselves and others. These 7 impassive lessons offer a guide to acing our feelings and navigating life's challenges with beauty and versatility. By understanding what's in our control, reflecting some time recently responding, practicing dispassion, inquiring ourselves on the off chance that things will matter in 5 a long time, grasping impermanence, reframing our viewpoint, and practicing appreciation, we are able to develop a more adjusted and satisfying life. Thank you for observing, and keep in mind, the control to ace your feelings lies inside you.